Hello everyone, welcome back. So this is my part 4 of the 7-part lotus birthing video series where I'm sharing with you my experience about lotus birthing. So this video I'm going to tell you how I prepared myself for the lotus birthing at hospital and what all I took in my hospital bag.
The reason I wanted to make a video about hospital bag specifically for lotus birth is because when I wanted to do a lotus birth and I was searching the internet, I couldn't find a video. So this is going to be exclusively for lotus birthing and what all you need to pack in your hospital bag. There is one additional responsibility of taking care of the placenta. In this video, you will see what all you should pack in your bag for the placenta, and in the next one, you will see how to take care of the placenta. Quick checklist is pink Himalayan salt, dry damask rose, turmeric powder, neem leaf powder, vetiver or lavender essential oil, and strong acidic 2.5 pH Kangen water. Normally, any salt can prevent from rotting and from possible infections. But the reason why I chose pink Himalayan salt was because in India, white salts are going through a lot of chemical process, and I did not want my placenta to be in a pot of chemical. I got 2 big bags of pink Himalayan salt, and I just generously applied it on the placenta. So it did not even rot till 11th day or the 12th day. I did not smell anything from my placenta, and a lot of credit goes to pink Himalayan salt for that matter. So this should be your number 1 ingredient. Number 2 is dry damask rose, which is actually optional. Basically, I love the fragrance of damask rose, and it's very much available in Chennai. So I got around 2 kgs of damask rose. I washed them in Kangen 11.5 pH water to remove all the pesticides, and then with those flowers I did the puja to my goddesses, and then I dried that in shade and packed it for the placental taking care bag. It is also very proven to be a good disinfectant, and it has healing properties and anti-aging properties. So next main ingredient is turmeric powder. We as Indians all use turmeric powder in our home. We know that it is antiseptic, antimicrobial, antifungal, anti-inflammatory. It has got so many properties. I grow turmeric in my garden, and I took some of it. I kind of dried them again, shade dried it and powdered it. We also got a small packet from the shop because we need lot of turmeric for this. So there goes turmeric. The next one being neem powder. Neem is equally important. What we are actually trying to protect here is your placenta from being attacked by pests or pets or any kind of microbes or fungus, insects attacking it. Also, when you use powders, it is going to dry off the probable moisture that is there on the surface of the placenta. Vetiver. When I used, I did not know what is the importance of vetiver. So I came back home, and when I was researching what should be the most important point I should suggest vetiver to you, I came to know that the aroma of vetiver reduces insomnia and emotional traumas. I wish all your births has to be very, very positive, but in case you've had a traumatic birth, then probably the smell of this vetiver in your placenta can probably relax you and give you good sleep. It is also a very good insect repellent, and because it's a root, it dries the placenta very beautifully. The most important ingredient, and I will tell you why in my next video, but to know what it is, so I have this Inagic Kangen machine that produces 5 types of waters, one of which is the 2.5 pH strong acidic water. This water is used in hospitals for sterilization in Japan. And because myself and my dad have this machine, I took in a 1 liter can this 2.5 pH strong acidic water, and that was the last rinse of my placenta before I added these powders to it. So I know 100% sure that there are 0 microbes that were there in my placenta. So it is that important. Another optional ingredient, which is lavender essential oil. You do not use this more. This is just kind of, on top. You can probably add few drops. So the aroma again improves sleep. This is antifungal, it heals wounds, and it is safe on baby skin as well, and that's why you see lavender essential oil on most of the baby products. Move on to the next most important thing of what you need to pack on for your baby. On top right corner you see a diaper bag. Once I got the bag, I packed everything that the baby would need in that bag, including the powders that I had prepared for placenta. I'll go in this order. Honey. The first thing being honey. Why? From my doctor I came to know that the baby has to have its milk at least within the 4 hours. The reason being, once the sugar levels of the baby is down, it can affect brain functioning, and the baby could probably become dyslexic or have all those coordinative problems. So in our olden days, our grandparents knew that this could be a problem. So whether the baby is drinking milk or not from the mom, so they immediately put a teeny tiny bit of honey on their mouth. So it could be either be honey or ghee. And please make sure that you buy good quality honey or quality ghee. Okay, so the next one is rompers or jabla. Here again, you make sure that there is enough gap for the baby's placenta to come out. So please don't buy the typical cotton jablas. Then you might find difficulty in wrapping your baby, and it will become manageable when you start using rompers like this. So the next one is a blanket. You can swaddle the baby and they will sleep very very peacefully. The next thing is diapers and cloth inserts. This is the time where your baby will pass meconium, which will be like dark, thick, kind of very wobbly, greenish black stools. So you make sure that you're not investing a huge money for your baby in the first few days at least. Rags of the dhotis that we have. So we just made a small origami fold, and we used that as her cloth inserts for her. So also wet wipes, it can cling to the baby's skin very very adamantly. So you need a lot of water in it, and try to make sure that the wet wipe is alcohol free and paraben free. Actually we discarded those meconium cloths because you can actually practically not use it at all. And then towels to dry the baby. Okay, so one more important thing is you should not bathe a lotus baby, and I will tell you why in another video. In wet wipes and then palodai. So here I'm going to show a video where this palodai, which is our Indian old tradition, is being now remodeled as cup feeding. So I shall put the video for you to see what cup feeding is and how this palodai is going to help you. So if your baby is not able to feed in your breasts, as soon as they are born, and it is very important that the baby takes feed, because in the first point I mentioned that if baby is not feeding, probably it can affect its brain functions and when the sugar level goes down. So if the baby has to start feeding, and if the baby is not feeding, you should extract your milk and feed the baby. So with a palodai like this, you have the control of how your baby can sip, and it will not directly enter into your baby's mouth. This is a very safe method. So instead of having bottles, you can take this Indian traditional method of having the palodai. So that is that. And yeah, of course we buy in silver, so you can buy however whatever is affordable to you. And then baby sleep bag, you see to the below one, the pink and the blue one. So that is actually very important, and I'll show you some pictures where you can see my hubby, my mother, my brother, my father, so carrying the baby. Carrying the baby with the placenta when you're back home or when you're taking her to doctor visits will be very very important, and this was one big thing for us to carry her and the placenta together. So this was very very helpful. Even during the nights when she sleeps, she was sleeping in the sleep bag along with her placenta right next to her. Good investment for up to 2 months. And then the baby sheets, the top left you would see a baby sheet. So that is actually cotton, it did not have any plastic or resin. And then bowls to clean placenta. So this is very very important, because you have to clean water wash the placenta before you put all your powders. I took a bowl which is kind of like a colander, where the water passes through and then you can keep rinsing it. And then chucks pads for the placenta. This is very 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 important. So a chucks pad basically absorbs the extra moisture of your water, and also whatever is going to be remaining after you put in the salt. So chucks pads are very very important. The first day you may probably want to change 2 to 3 chucks pads, and then probably you may need to change once in the morning and once in the night. And then a small tie for this chucks pad. The cord can pass through and your placenta need not be kept open. So this tie will be helpful as well. So in my opinion, these are the most important things that you may have to think about for a baby. And for the mom, the list will be slightly big because she has to go through the labor. So for a mom, uh, please do take snacks. So in my hospital, they gave me juices. If your hospital doesn't have a canteen or is not providing you anything, it is important that you have some snacks. So I took this Amul fruit and nut, and I also, because my husband was also there with me, we had planned few snacks for him, which were easy to carry. So the second thing, my most lovable thing is Kangen water. So this Kangen water, I have to put a separate channel to tell you the benefits of Kangen water. This hydrates very quickly and it gives a relaxation to the brain. So because of the small molecules it has, it's a huge story of its own. But anyways, cutting the story short, I took 2 bags of Kangen water along with these straws. So when you're in labor, you can just sip into your water or your tender coconut. So I first had tender coconut, and then I had, I think, pomegranate, and then I had watermelon. So basically, a lot of water stuff. And then the scrap cloths can actually be for you to wipe off and throw. And then good quality sanitary pads. So be sure that you buy double XL organic sanitary pads, not that is itch free, which is very very important, and keep changing it. I mean, you need to buy a big box of it, because in a day probably you may want to change every time you pee. So try to get a big double XL or triple XL or whichever is the largest size. Then the next thing is wet wipes. Please, mama, you will need wet wipes. The reason is, make sure that there are no infections that can happen in that suture area. But you have to clean that area pretty frequently. So I used around 3 or 4 wet wipes every time I used to clean that area. And please don't think about spending for yourself. Yes, steel straws and then toiletries kit, whatever you wanted to keep in your, basically, toothbrush, paste, and then your body wash, whatever you want to put in that. Nighties. The reason I put that as a very specific thing is because when you want to do skin to skin, don't have these small nighties with zippers only for feeding. You want pretty big open nighties so that you can put your baby on your skin, and this is an example of what is skin to skin. So make sure you get that a golden hour for yourself. So please don't hesitate to open up yourself and get few of those nighties. The next is feeding bras and undies. Undies, you pretty much want to have a lot. So then the flask, if your hospital doesn't offer hot water or flasks, then moisturizer. This is very very important, because after the delivery your stomach is going to come back. It is going to contract and come back to its place. So you may find it pretty itchy. So for this you may need a thick moisturizer, medical records, your insurance cards and wallets. So those are pretty simple. So this is what I had packed in my bag, and I think is more essential for you. If you have any questions, please do put in the comment section. So the next video is going to be taking care of your placenta, which is going to be very 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 important. Stay tuned, subscribe. Bye bye.